listening to Off Limits. Liberal, irreverent, and really, really gay. Welcome to the show, everybody. Thanks for joining me tonight here on Off Limits. We're doing the Brain Purge show tonight, which means I'm just talking to you about whatever is on my mind. Nothing too planned out, just whatever comes to mind, whatever topics I want to talk about, whatever topics you're interested in. You can always go to the chat room and chat with me through there if you like, the chat room, and hear me at Spreaker.com. Off Limits Show is the name of the show, and you can also hear me on iTunes as well. I've set up iTunes. Actually, I submitted the show to iTunes for edition last week, and it said it would take about a month before it would show up, and so it'll be a while before you can listen to them that way. But you can always listen to the older shows, Off Limits shows, on iTunes. There's over 200 episodes listed on iTunes. If you just type in Off Limits Show, or even just gay, the show will come up on the second page. So check that out if you're interested. Tonight, I'm talking about some things happening in the world, the gay world, as well as the regular world, if you want to call it that. And just playing a little bit of music here and there as well. Unfortunately, you won't be able to call into this show. Typically, this is a call-in show, but tonight, unfortunately, this show is not going to be call-in because I'm having issues trying to make Spreaker work. The first time I did a show, which actually isn't published, I don't think, but I did it as a test show last week, worked great. I was able to talk to people online, and people were able to call in through Skype, and people were able to hear them on the show, but and my mic sounded great. But since then, whenever I try to do it that way and broadcast that way, it unfortunately has an echo. It's like I'm talking from, like, I don't know, a well, you know, like that. So it's not the greatest quality that way. And so I decided to bring you quality instead of the option to call in tonight, simply because I wanted to sound good and actually not be annoying and get the messages across, which is the important thing of this show, or any show for that matter. So I would say if you wanted to call in, you could call in, but unfortunately tonight you can't. Well, actually you could call in, but no one would be able to hear you, unfortunately, on the show, so it doesn't really do much good. Anyway, so one of the first things I want to talk about is the fact that there has been a blackout on Time Warner Cable for CBS and Showtime. And what that means is if you have Time Warner Cable, which a very large percentage of the country does, you can no longer, in certain parts, certain markets of Time Warner Cable, will no longer be able to receive CBS, which is a main channel, obviously, or Showtime. And for me, it's a huge deal, and for my husband, because we both watch Big Brother. Hey, Nikki. Hey, Nikki. Thanks for coming out. I appreciate it. Nikki, guess what? So, speaking of, Big Brother, I have Time Warner Cable here in Dallas, Texas, and they, in Dallas, New York, Chicago, I think San Francisco, some other cities, major markets, no longer have CBS or Showtime. And I watch Dexter religiously, and I watch Big Brother religiously, and so does my husband. And so we will no longer be able to get it. And so I thought, well, no big deal. let's just go to online and get it that way. Well, my internet is with Time Warner Cable. I have high-speed internet with them. And when you go to the website to watch it online, it recognizes that you're doing it from a Time Warner Cable subscriber high-speed internet service. And it says, this has been blocked because you have Time Warner Cable. I mean, they're such assholes about it. So I can't even watch it online. And so then what I did is went to my iPad and did it over the cell and did it over my cell phone as well. I can watch it, the episodes, not live, but I can watch the episodes, after they're posted on the website that way on my cell phone or my iPad. That's a lot of fun. Anyway, so now I'm going to have to wait until they get this thing straightened out, or I'm going to have to actually get DirecTV or get AT&T Uverse. And so anyway, I'm really pissed. Both of us are pissed because we like Big Brother fans. And I know you are too. So imagine what it'd be like if you couldn't watch it. So anyway, it sucks. It sucks so bad. But so we're trying to debate whether we're going to switch from Time Warner Cable because we don't want this to happen. Oh, and they're giving us, they're going to credit us for Showtime and for Showtime and for CBS or something, some portion of it, next month or something on the next bill. But, in the interim, they are going to give us, or for free, Stars Kids. Yay. Like, what the fuck are we going to do with Stars Kids? I mean, really? Stars Kids? So, anyway, we're probably going to, until they get this straightened out, if they don't do it in the next couple of weeks, we're definitely switching from Time Warner Cable to DirecTV or to AT&T Uverse. So, anyway, I saw it last night. Yeah, I saw it last night. We saw it last night, fortunately. That's the last episode we saw. It didn't get cut off till today at like 5 p.m. or something. Just those two channels, CBS and Showtime. So I saw it last night, but so we know what happened then. Yeah, and last night on Big Brother, oh my God, Howard went home. For those of you who don't know, hopefully you've seen the show already. Don't want to ruin it for people, but yeah, Howard went home, and there's been a lot of racism going on in the house, and people have been spewing a lot of hatred and racist comments and homophobic comments and things like that. And when Howard was asked about it, he asked by Julia Chen why he didn't do anything about it or respond to it. He said because of his temper. And I don't know. I kind of felt that was a cop-out because, first of all, if it were me in that house, I would have gone off on them for calling me any racist comments or any homophobic comments. I would have gone off with them right then. And I understand when you're playing the game, the worst thing you can do is draw that kind of attention to you. So everybody wants to get you out of the house. And so I'm sorry, but I can't, I can't allow racism or any kind of homophobia to be tolerated by anybody. And even in that situation, yeah, it's a game, but those words that they use and those phrases and the jokes they made were not games. Those were the true colors of the people who were speaking them. Those were the real people. So anyway, I took it very seriously and felt like, they really were, to blame. And so it really pissed me off. But it is what it is. I guess they're going to, move forward or whatever. And, Erin on that show, who I call Arian, basically, she is getting all, they should have gotten her out last week. They could have gotten her out last week and they didn't get her out last week. And they should have, because she is going to, I knew this was going to happen. She's going to, weasel her way back into people's graces, and people are going to forget what she did or how she acted to them. And some people feel like she was the best to keep on because she was so hated. But I know in Big Brother, after time moves on, people's opinions can change, and this is exactly what's happening with her. And so they got Howie out instead of her. So wasn't happy about it. Darling Nikki says Howie was a gentleman. I think if he hadn't been, he would have been knocked the shit out of her. He would have knocked the shit out of her. Yeah, I mean that's true. I mean, yeah, but you could be a gentleman and still stand up for yourself. I mean, to be to be a gentleman is fine, and I think that's admirable. But you can still stand up for yourself and still remain a gentleman. You can do it in a gentlemanly fashion. You don't have to curse at somebody or scream and yell. You can still stand up for yourself and say that's unacceptable or whatever. So that's what I kind of was disappointed about. But anyway, so we won't be able to see what's going to happen after this until it's online or something, and we can see it that way. So that really sucks for us, but it is what it is. Oh my God, what's wrong? Is David around? I don't see David in there. I was curious if he's around. Yes, I like how he took care of Candace. I do too, but you could tell Candace was getting a bit irritated with him when he wouldn't stand up to them. And that's how I would have been. I would have been really irritated that he wasn't standing up to anybody and wasn't really, taking them on. And like I said, I understand why. I understand that tactic in that game as not to draw attention to oneself. But I think, I think he should have. But I would have been just as irritated as she was. You could tell she's getting a little pissed off about it. But they were pretty nice to each other. But I thought they were more interested in each other romantically. But I guess not, because when he was leaving, she said, we'll always be friends. And he's like, yeah, we're just friends. And so I thought that was kind of weird, but whatever. Anyway, so I am going to take a quick break, come back, and we're going to talk about this really disturbing thing that happened in a Walmart to this woman and her child. And also talk about a closeted famous actor who's closeted, who actually wrote something on a website. Of course, we don't know if it's necessarily real, but it seems very genuine and real. It's been all over the web today. And we're going to speculate a little bit about who that might be. So we'll be right back after this.